Look at a wild bear walking calmly through a freezing blizzard. Now look at a human shivering when the office air conditioner drops by 2 degrees. The bear wears a permanent $500 insulated winter coat for free. The human needs 3 layers of synthetic thermal underwear just to survive the hallway. From an evolutionary perspective, our naked skin is one of the most bizarre design choices on Earth. Almost every other mammal on the planet is covered in thick, luxurious fur. Fur provides built-in armor against sharp thorns and insect bites. Fur blocks 99% of harmful ultraviolet solar radiation. Fur acts as a natural water-resistant raincoat during heavy storms. Fur keeps body heat locked in during freezing cold winter nights. Yet somewhere around 2 million years ago, our ancestors gave up their fur coat entirely. We decided to strip down and walk around as completely naked apes. Today, we are roasting the catastrophe of human hair loss. We will reveal how a hasty evolutionary decision created the multi-trillion-dollar fashion industry. To understand why we lost our fur, we must revisit the scorching African savanna. Early hominids started walking upright and jogging across open grasslands. Jogging, under the intense midday sun, generated massive amounts of internal metabolic heat. Thick fur trapped all that heat and threatened to cook our expanding brains. To prevent our giant brains from overheating, evolution hit the panic button. Nature stripped away our dense fur and covered our skin with millions of sweat glands. This allowed us to become masters of evaporative water cooling. We could jog 20 miles in the heat without collapsing from heat stroke. On the hot African savanna, this was an absolute tactical masterpiece. But evolution forgot to think about what would happen next. Evolution solved our overheating problem for 30-degree weather. It completely ruined our ability to survive anything below 20 degrees. The moment the sun went down, the African savanna turned bitterly cold. Naked shivering apes huddled together around campfires trying not to freeze. Then our ambitious ancestors decided to migrate out of warm Africa. They walked straight into the brutal freezing ice age climates of Europe and Asia. Suddenly, our miraculous sweat glands turned into a deadly liability. Wet, naked skin in sub-zero temperatures causes fatal hypothermia in minutes. While mammoths and cave bears roamed comfortably in thick wool, humans were dying. Nature gave us no fur, no claws, and zero natural armor. So human ingenuity was forced to patch this catastrophic biological mistake. Our ancestors looked at furry animals and realized they had to steal their coats. We hunted deer, bears, and mammoths with spears and stone scrapers. We carefully stripped the animal pelts and wrapped them around our shivering bodies. We essentially stole the biological upgrades of other species to survive. Then around 40,000 years ago, humans invented the bone-sewing needle. The bone-sewing needle was one of the most important inventions in human history. It allowed our ancestors to stitch multiple animal furs into form-fitting garments. We invented the world, first parkas, boots, and mittens from leather. Armed with stitched animal fur, naked apes survived the deepest ice age winter. We colonized Siberia, crossed the Bering Land Bridge, and conquered the Americas. All because we patched our missing fur with stolen animal hides. Fast forward thousands of years, and the irony becomes absolutely hilarious. Nature took away our fur for free. Now we spend trillions of dollars purchasing artificial replacements every year. Consider the multi-billion-dollar sun protection industry. Because we have no protective fur, direct sunlight burns our pale skin in 20 minutes. Solar radiation damages our cellular DNA and causes dangerous skin mutations. So humans invented chemical sunscreen lotion with SPF 50. We buy expensive sun hats, UV-blocking sunglasses, and beach umbrellas. A wild chimpanzee never needs to apply sunscreen before sitting in the sun. Its natural fur coat provides total broad-spectrum protection every day. We buy chemical tubes at the pharmacy to do what monkey fur did for free. Now look at the winter thermal clothing industry. Every autumn, millions of people flock to shopping malls in a panic. We spend hundreds of dollars on ultra-light down jackets and fleece sweaters. We buy high-tech thermal underwear engineered in advanced textile laboratories. We buy synthetic boots, wool socks, and heated gloves. We spend entire paychecks just to recreate the warmth of an average squirrel. A squirrel looks out the window at a freezing blizzard with total indifference. A human looks at the winter forecast and buys a $900 designer parka. Now look at the absurdity of water resistance. An otter or duck has natural oils in its fur that repel heavy rain. Water rolls right off their backs while keeping their skin bone dry. Human skin absorbs water and gets soaked to the bone in 5 seconds. So we invented petroleum-based synthetic raincoats and waterproof umbrellas. We spray chemical water repellent onto our shoes to keep our socks dry. We engineered Gore-Tex fabrics in clean rooms to replicate duck feathers. Now examine the psychological insanity of the luxury fashion industry. In the animal kingdom, thick, shiny fur is a symbol of prime health and genetics. A peacock displays colorful feathers to attract a mate and display dominance. A lion flaunts a massive dark mane to show other lions its high testosterone. When humans lost their fur, we lost our natural social display hardware. We had no colored feathers or majestic manes to signal our social status. So our big brains weaponized artificial clothing into status symbols. We started wearing silk imported from across oceans to prove our extreme wealth. We started sewing tiny designer logos onto plain cotton shirts. A plain white cotton shirt costs $5 to manufacture. Slap a luxury designer logo on the chest and people pay $500. We are using dyed plant fibers and animal leather to recreate mating plumage. A human walking down Fifth Avenue in a designer coat is doing the exact same thing as a peacock. We are screaming to the tribe that we have abundant resources and high status. Now consider the hilarious contradiction of modern body hair removal. Evolution left us with a few patches of hair on our face, armpits, and legs. Instead of appreciating the remaining hair, modern culture declared war on it. We spend billions of dollars on razors, waxing kits, and hot depilatory creams. We go to specialized clinics and shoot burning laser beams at our hair follicles. We endure extreme pain just to make our skin completely smooth and hairless. Then after spending thousands of dollars removing our natural hair, we do something insane. We go to a boutique and buy an expensive faux fur coat made of plastic polyester. We remove real biological hair and replace it with fake plastic hair. If an alien observed this behavior, they would classify humanity as completely insane. Look at the constant war over indoor climate control in modern offices. Because we lack for humans have an extremely narrow thermal comfort zone. If the room temperature is 72 degrees, we feel comfortable. If the temperature drops to 68 degrees, half the office starts shivering. If the temperature rises to 76 degrees, everyone starts sweating profusely. Modern co-workers fight endless passive-aggressive wars over the office thermostat. Workers bring heated blankets, space heaters, and desk fans to their cubicles. We built temperature-controlled concrete buildings with central heating and air conditioning. Yet we still cannot agree on a single comfortable room temperature. Look at how our feet suffer from the loss of natural padding. A wild wolf walks on rough mountain gravel without a single scratch. Its thick paw pads are tough shock-absorbing cushions. Human feet have thin, soft skin that blisters after walking on a sidewalk for an hour. So we invented a massive multi-billion-dollar athletic footwear industry. We engineered foam soles, air cushions, and carbon fiber plates inside our shoes. We buy running shoes that cost $200 a pair. We are strapping high-tech foam sandwiches to our feet to replace animal paw pads. Look at the maintenance nightmare of owning artificial clothing. An animal wakes up in the morning and its fur is already clean and groomed. A human generates piles of dirty laundry every single week. We buy heavy washing machines, dryers, and specialized scented chemical detergents. We spend hours sorting, folding, and ironing woven plant fibers. We pay dry cleaners to wash delicate fabrics with toxic chemicals. We dedicate entire rooms in our houses called walk-in closets just to store cloths. We have separate outfits for sleeping, working, exercising, and swimming. If a dog saw a human closet, it would think we are collecting skins like a monster. Look at the environmental devastation caused by fast fashion. Nature sheds animal hair organically and recycles it into the soil. Humans manufacture billions of cheap synthetic polyester garments every year. Synthetic clothes shed millions of microplastic fibers into our waterways. Massive landfills are overflowing with discarded shirts and pants that take centuries to decompose. Our desperate attempt to cover our naked bodies is polluting the entire global ocean. We turned a biological deficiency into an ecological disaster. Look at the seasonal wardrobe transition panic. When winter arrives, an animal simply grows a thicker undercoat of fur automatically. When summer arrives, the animal sheds the extra hair naturally on the grass. When winter arrives for humans, we have to haul heavy storage bins out of the attic. We pack away summer shorts and unpack bulky winter coats with mothballs. We realize our winter clothes from last year no longer fit our expanding waistlines. So we go back to the mall and buy an entirely new set of winter clothing. We repeat this exhausting seasonal ritual every single year of our lives. Look at how clothes dictate our legal and social systems. In nature, no animal can be arrested for walking around without pants. A squirrel is completely naked and no one calls the police. If a human walks down a public street without clothes, they get arrested in 3 minutes. We passed thousands of laws making textiles mandatory for public existence. Clothing transformed from a thermal survival tool into a legal requirement. It became a moral code and an instrument of social control. Look at how clothing impacts human posture and physical health. Tight, skinny jeans restrict blood circulation in your legs. High-heel shoes deform the natural alignment of your feet and spine. Heavy neckties restrict blood flow to your brain during office meetings. We invented garments that cause active physical harm just to look fashionable. No animal in the wild would ever wear a contraption that crushes its spine. Yet humans wear painful shoes and tight corsets, smiling through the agony. All of this madness traces back to a single evolutionary trade-off. We traded our fur coat so we could sweat and run long distances across the savannah. On paper, it seemed like a brilliant shortcut to becoming an apex endurance hunter. But nature never offers a free biological upgrade without a hidden price tag. The hidden price tag was 30,000 years of shivering stitching and shopping. We gave up a zero-cost permanent fur coat. In exchange, we gained wardrobes, dry cleaners, sunscreen, and credit card debt. Yet despite the absurd cost and inconvenience, humanity still triumphed. We took our vulnerable naked skin and turned it into the ultimate canvas of adaptability. A polar bear can only survive in the freezing Arctic ice. A desert camel can only thrive in the scorching dry sands. A naked human can wear a spacesuit and walk on the freezing surface of the moon. A naked human can wear a thermal pressure suit and dive to the deep ocean floor. A naked human can switch outfits and thrive in any climate on planet Earth. Our missing fur forced us to develop flexible external technology. We outsourced our biological evolution to our creative intellect. We turned fabrics, leather, and synthetic fibers into customizable armor. We expressed our individuality, art, and culture through woven garments. We transformed a clumsy biological blunder into a global celebration of creativity. So the next time you feel a chill when stepping out of the shower, smile. The next time you spend $30 on sunscreen, thank your African ancestors. The next time you put on a warm, cozy hoodie, appreciate the bone-sewing needle. You are an ape who gave up fur to conquer the savannah with sweat. You are a survivor who conquered the ice age with needle and thread. You might need 3 blankets to sleep comfortably at night. You might complain when the office AC is set to 69 degrees, but you are piloting the most adaptable biological masterpiece on Earth. Put on your favorite jacket and walk out into the world with pride. We are the naked, shivering apes, and we still rule planet Earth.